Hey everyone, it's Kim over here at Creating Community, and I can't believe it's that time of the month again. It's time for me to share what we were reading, this time what we read in the month of November. So if you are ready, let's get started. Just me, or does everybody else feel like time is like flying by? Like seriously flying by. So the first two things I'm going to share are books that actually somebody read to us off of YouTube. And what I'll do is I'll just put like little pictures up here to show you what the books look like. But the first one was from Prager University. So that's apparently who wrote the book, and it's called Otto's Tales. Today is Veterans Day. So yes, on Veterans Day, we talked about veterans. We talk about what it means to be a veteran in this, in our country and that kind of thing. So that was one of the books that was read to us. And the next book that we read was by Valerie Funstein. I think that's how you pronounce it. And this book was also read to us on YouTube, and it's called The Veterans Heroes in Our Neighborhood. Both of them were very, very good, and we both really enjoyed listening to them. Sometimes it's just really cool to be read to. You know what I mean, right? Okay, so these next couple of books are books that Hope read in our homeschool, part of our Sunlight curriculum. And so one of them she has finished, the other one she's almost finished. And the first one was The Courage of Sarah Noble by Alice Dalgleish. And she said she really enjoyed this book. So that's always a plus when your student likes the book, right? And then the next book that she is working on still right now, and like I said, she's almost done, is The Skip Pack School by Marguerite D'Angeli. And she said that this is really good. And I'm going to read the synopsis because a lot of people have heard of The Courage of Sarah Noble, but I had never heard this book before. Anyways, it is barely 100 years after the Plymouth colony was founded. Eli's family has left Germany and come to America to enjoy the religious freedom that is here. Having recently converted, they intend to join a small community of plain people, Mennonites, on the Skippack Creek northwest of Philadelphia. Eli is excited about the move and all that it means, except for one thing: school. So, some of our homeschool kids can relate to that, right? You say the word school and they run. So anyways, Hope said she's really enjoying this book as well. Okay, so the next two books are the read-alouds that we are reading with Sunlight, one of which we have finished, the other one which we're going to be reading for a while just because the way Sunlight has it scheduled. I think we have like 5 more weeks, but it is a pretty sizable book, so I guess that's kind of understandable. But anyway, the first book that we did finish, The Sign of the Beaver by Elizabeth George Spear, and I'm going to go ahead and read you the synopsis of this one too. This book was very eye-opening for my granddaughter because the young man in this book is only like 12 or 13. I want to say he was 12 years old. He's 12 years old. I do believe. No, 13. Take it back. He's 13 years old. So the fact, what he has to do being a 13-year-old in today's world with, you just imagine like a 13-year-old, and what he faced in this book was phenomenal. Although he faces his responsibility bravely, 13-year-old Matt is more than a little apprehensive when his father leaves him alone to guard their newly built cabin in the wilderness. When a renegade white stranger steals his gun, Matt realizes he has no way to shoot game and no way to protect himself. It is only after meeting the resourceful Indian boy Adian that Matt begins to discover new ways to survive in the forest. And in getting to know his friend, Matt also comes to understand the heritage and way of life of the Beaver clan and their growing problem in adapting to the white man and the changing frontier. Elizabeth George Spear's compelling survival story is filled with wonderful details about living in the wilderness and the relationships that formed between white settlers and Indians in the 1700s. Now with an introduction by Joseph Bruckeg. I guess you probably didn't need to know all that, but this book was phenomenal. Like, it just makes you really think. We had so many wonderful conversations because of this book. I highly recommend this book, even if you're not a Sunlight user. Great book. All right, so the next book that we are going to be working on for a while is Johnny Tremain, A Story of Boston in Revolt by Esther Forbes. Very good book so far. We are, I don't know, not very far. like I said, it's going to be a few weeks. And so maybe later on when we get into it more, like so far it seems pretty good, but like I said, we're pretty early in the book. I will share more of a synopsis with this book at a later time. So these next few books are just books that we read in the evening, that Hope and I, or Poppy and I, read to Hope in the evening because we just love to read. And so the first one, of course, is an Anne of Green Gables book. Of course it is. And it's Rainbow Valley by Ellen Montgomery. And we have kind of taken a pause on this book. The reason being is because we are doing a whole slew of Christmas read-alouds. Not a slew. We're doing some Christmas read-alouds. A slew makes it sound like a whole bunch, and it's not really. It's a few. So this book has been put on hold for right now, but we absolutely love everything Anne of Green Gables. And I can't remember if that video is before this video or after this video, but if it's either way, I'm either going to put it in the iCards or you're going to have to take a look because I'm sharing with you all the things that we are reading for the Christmas holiday in our homeschool. So the next book also that we have started but has been put on hold until the end of December is The Terrible Twos, Last Laugh by Mac Barnett and Jory John. And this book is surprisingly funny. It is like, it's really, really funny, really, really cute. It was kind of hard to put down. So this was super fun. And apparently this was book 2. It didn't really matter that it was book 2. I don't feel like we are missing out on anything, but super funny, super cool book. And we got this one from Ollie's. So it came in one of my Ollie's haul probably in the past. And this last book was supposed to last us into December. It's part of one of our Christmas reads. So I'm not going to read you the synopsis. If you're going to want to know what this book is about, and all I'm going to tell you is the book is phenomenal, then you're going to have to watch my other video. Snickers Wish, A Christmas Story by L.B. Ann. Just wow. Just wow. I'm going to say it. We didn't make it to December. We didn't make it to Christmas month. We finished it already. Just saying. Hey everyone, there you have it. All of our awesome read-alouds that we read in the month of November or will be continuing to read. I hope that this video was a blessing to you. God bless and take care, and I will talk to you in the next one.